People, welcome to another edition of that finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. With me, Big Jim, here at a sunny BadLadDad HQ in London. Phew, what a scorcher. And no, I've not nipped away on holiday somewhere, and that's what I've been missing for the last few days. I've not been too well, but I'm here, back, still managed to get a bit of a tan, just nip into the shops and back. Honestly, I've not been sunbathing in the park all day. Still got a bit of a tan, but more importantly, I'm back to have a look at the new stuff. We've got new stuff in WWE SuperCard. At least you've got new stuff if you've got the credits for it. If you haven't got the credits for it, you haven't got any new stuff. You just got the old stuff. And you're looking at the new stuff thinking, is that worth it? Is that worth it? Well, if you have a look at it, you're going to need to spend 8,600 credits to get yourself two, not one, but two Hall of Fame packs and stand any chance of getting a Pro. And let's face it, you want to get yourself a WrestleMania 33 Pro. Chances of that happening, extremely slim. The opposite of me, extremely, extremely slim. And you're going to have to spend about 60 quid UK money to do that. Or even just to try and find out if you can do that. And that's just not worth it. Just not worth it. And please, I know you would love to see us do some pack opening videos here on BadLadDad. But unless Cat Daddy want to give us some free credits, it ain't going to happen. And let's face it, they're not going to give us some free credits, so it ain't going to happen. But let's have a look and see what we've got. You should already be able to see to the side of the game that's up on screen here some of the Hall of Fame cards that are available. Shawn Michaels, looking pretty cool. There's Macho Man as well. Eddie Guerrero's another picture that's up there. There is also the fusions, and it's good to see we've got some fusions, albeit some interesting choices. But I have kicked one off straight away because I've got quite a few cards. Quite a few of the Ultimate Fusion cards. Just been hanging around in a gang, waiting for something to do. Old Long John Silver and the Pirates have been keeping them entertained down there. They finally got going. But let's have a look and see what you can get. I'm sure you've all had a little peek. Bobby Roode. We've been having some glorious weather here in London today. So Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman, AJ. That image, which again you can see on screen here, is quite nice. That would be quite a good one. So even if you just get a single WrestleMania Fusion, that would be a nice one to get. Chrissy Jericho, Aleister Black, and Nia Jax and Carmella. And I believe the Bayley card is pretty strong against both of those. I think Nia Jax can only win in one stat. But either way, if you've got yourself that Bayley event card, then you needn't worry too much. These two aren't going to compete. But of course, if you still need to get yourself a WrestleMania 33 Pro Female, it's a chance, albeit it's going to take you some time. It is going to take you some time, and let's face it, again, if we have a look now, what's this been going for a couple of days nearly, what, day and a half? 4 days to go. If I wanted to finish it now, it's 12,880 credits. Fat chance. So yeah, so we've got our fusions. That's pretty good. I'm not interested at all in the stupid little animations that you get with your playing with your ranked mode. I mean, what's the point of all that? A waste of time. Waste of time. Sorry, you might like it. It's not for me. It's not my kind of thing. To be honest, with all of this Hall of Fame stuff, it's not game changing, is it? It's not game changing. And these animations, I mean, it's like spray painting an old banger. It's like, it looks nice, but it's no use. It's not going to make the thing work any better. It doesn't give you any more excitement about the thing, does it? So, yeah, we'll see how we go with it. I mean, we need a new tier. It's as simple as that, and they know that, and they should just get on with it instead of giving us all this frippery and nonsense. It's a waste of time. Anyway, what's not a waste of time is we've got a new Team Battleground going, but I haven't even collected my old rewards. So I shall do that. Claim rewards, as you can see, another win for us there. So, quite happy with that. I don't think there was any chat, which is why I've not bothered going there. Mark Henry. Ho, he, ho, he. Ho, hit, ho, hit. Somebody's gonna eat a burger. Somebody's gonna eat a big plate of chips. Somebody ate all the ice cream. Somebody ate all the chocolate dips. Ho, hit, ho, hit. Have you got no idea what I'm doing? Ninja Boy and myself made up those words to the Mark Henry tune a little while ago. And of course, now every time we see the card, we feel obliged to do the song. I haven't done it a couple of times already. Neville, I think that's a pro. I think that's a pro, although I'm not sure whether it's a pro that would muscle into my Road to Glory deck. Road to Glory. Let's have a look. Do you know what? This all just becomes it's a bit monotonous, really, to be honest with you. When you've got so many pros knocking about, so it's going to need to beat Bray Wyatt. Apart from the fact I haven't got Samoa Joe in here yet, so in fact he's going to have to beat Roman Reigns. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure it's that would make a pro, unless I've already done him. You do tend to lose track after a while. Let's have a look. Combinable. Oh no, maybe he's not a pro then. I thought I'd used it. Oh, do you know what? I might have fed him into someone. That'd be rather ironic, wouldn't it? My cards. I was already there, wasn't I? So I'm hot and bothered, and I'm still not quite with it, to be honest with you. What do you, Mr. Neville? Can you see Mr. Neville anywhere? Hello, Mr. Neville. Did you know what? That's what I've done. I've fed him into someone. Oh well. That's typical, that is. That is typical. No, well, it doesn't matter. It's obviously not someone who... yeah, look, there's Bray with nothing in him, and there's Neville. So, yeah, anything that's below Bray, as I say, it's not going to get in my top 16 in Ring Dommy Dim Dom. So, sorry, Road to Glory. So, yeah, I've already fed him out. So that's that. In fact, I probably stuck him into the fusion chamber. Probably went with Long John Silver and the Pirates into the fusion chamber. Now then, what else have we got to do? Ring Dommy Dim Dom. I've just made a tentative start. Just a small start. I have spent some of my credits. Well, that's one thing, actually, by the way. This is a good thing. The rewards and the achievements, they've ramped that up a bit. So you've got more on the achievement front. So I've got to try and remember where they've hidden it. Is it tucked in there? Yeah, the achievements. And just to say, a lot of these will have kicked in for you automatically. I think you still need to pull an epic card and you need to pull a legendary card, which will happen sooner or later once you start playing. It might have already happened for you. For these training a superstar and proing a card, you can just use some commons for those. You don't have to like wait until you want to do it properly. You can just get yourself a couple of commons, pro them, feed up a female common card and feed up a normal male superstar, and that'll just click off all those rewards for you. And of course that all gives you some nice picks for your deck. And then when you've got reaching the different tiers, again it's pretty simple. You just drop yourself down. I think super rare is the lowest you can go down to now. But you just drop yourself down in rank mode and then kick yourself back up again, and it will tick off all those rank modes for you as well. Assuming you're in WrestleMania 33, that is. If not, it will obviously take you up to wherever you are. So that's a quick way of doing those things. Well, that's good. That'll be more useful again when we kick into a new season, rather than helping people right now. But it did give us something like about 1,200 credits to play with once you've done all of those hits. So that's why I'm quite happy to have spent some credits on this Ring Dom and just play a little game. So, as I say, it's just a bit of cosmetic. All this new stuff is a bit cosmetic. It's not really doing anything game-wise. I mean, we're still going through these team battlegrounds. We're still just going to get the male stars from the packs. King of the Ring, just everyone, if you're in a high-power King of the Ring, everyone's got the same event cards, and it's all very samey. We've got new Money in the Bank cards, which look quite nice. The Seth Rollins card looks quite cool. I'm almost tempted to play Money in the Bank. It's not my favourite mode, I have to say. Quite a bit of a slog, like most things in this game. But that is quite a nice looking card, and it's the 2K cards have been going since the game started. There have been some nice images over the years, and so that's something. It's always nice when you get something a bit different. It's always nice when you get something a bit different. Not that that covers up from the fact that we need a new tier and that you've got to pay an absolute shed load of money. And just let me emphasise that word: shed load. The reason I'm doing that is somebody misheard me when I said shed ton the other day. They thought I said another sh word. It wasn't quite sh. It was a bit longer. And I just had to correct them politely. So I would never use such bad language on BadLadDad channel. I might use plenty of bad language away from BadLadDad channel, but I do my best to try and keep it clean. It's a family channel for us good people. And let's see where we go. I've got 13 picks. So it's mid-Friday afternoon. There's a Team Battleground started. I've not even had a look. Let's go and have a look at my Team Battleground team. As you can see, I've only just collected my rewards from the last one. So the guys must have kicked one off while I've been lying on my deathbed. I rose from the grave to take part in the last Team Battleground. Did my matches and then went back to my pit. So hopefully this time I'll be a bit more with it. And thank you for those of you who sent me your well wishes. As some of you who've been following us for some time may know, I had a long-standing back problem, which is why I started working from home. Being a sports journalist, I used to climb into rally cars and chase people up mountains and do things like that. And then I injured my back, so that's not quite so easy. I have actually clambered into a rally car since injuring my back, and it was not a pleasant experience, I can tell you. It's fun. Just wasn't pleasant, hurt a bit, so I have to be a bit more careful with what I get up to these days. Let's have a look and see my Team Battleground, see what's going on, see what kind of a deck I've got. I'll get started. We're playing Michaels. We're playing the Michaels. Hopefully we'll be taking the Michaels. Let's see what we've got here. I'm going to get another naff hand. The BK, that's not too bad. This is an ultimate, an elite, a WrestleMania, just not bad. Female as well, 2 ultimate females. That's not a bad deck. You can play with that. It's a decent female lineup, and when you've got a not bad WrestleMania card up there too, that's not bad at all. Let's see. Oh God, look, they must have started this some time ago. They did. It was about 8 hours ago. So some of the guys are already maxed out. I'm obviously not. So what am I? 101. There's 105, 105, 105, 4 105s? What on earth's going on there? Another 101. So I'm sort of lower, just sort of top of the bottom half of Team BadLadDad. That's not a bad deck. I'm quite pleased with that. So I better get on and get a few more charges. When I'm waiting on a network. Let's have a look and see what else. We'll just do one more. One more ring dump. So, come on, be honest. Are you going to buy yourself a Hall of Fame pack? Are you going to buy a couple of Hall of Fame packs? Because there's not really any point buying just one, is there? You've got to try and get yourself a pro out of it. Maybe you just fancy some of the images. So, I guess you could, if you feel extravagant enough, buy a couple of packs to get yourself access to those images. But a bit of an expensive way of enjoying your game. Just safe to say, unless there's some miraculous free handout comes from somewhere, which obviously it won't because this is the real world, it's not Fantasyland, we won't be buying any, unless I won't be, unless Ninja Boy inherits some money from somewhere, someone gives him a belated birthday handout or something, and even if they did, I'd be advising him strongly not to spend it on this. Alright, here we go. So it's the same old complaint, really, to be honest with you, with these Hall of Fame cards, is if you've got a card that is going to be a top ranking card, it should be available to battle for actually with gameplay, not just with money. You should be able to fight for it fairly within the game. I'm all for them coming up with ideas of how people can spend money, and yes, they need money to develop the game further and pay the designers and all the wonderful people who come up with these ideas, but you shouldn't be getting to the point where you're making it an elitist game where only the people who are spending the money can get those top cards. And that's, you could argue that it was a bit like that with PCC and people having credits. I know that some people would grind through without spending credits, and you could argue that, I mean, I've spent credits here on Ring Dommy Dim Dom, albeit it's at a much lower level than buying a pack of cards for 50 quid. But I suppose it's all a matter of degrees, isn't it? It's all a matter of degrees. And the thing with PCC and Ring Dom and Road to Glory is you can play them without spending any money on credits. That's the point. You can go ahead and do it without spending your hard-earned cash or your pocket money or whatever else it is that you've got to spend. Whereas you're not going to get your hands on those Hall of Fame cards unless you dip your hands into your pocket or somebody else's pocket. And I wouldn't advise dipping your hands into somebody else's pocket because you get into trouble. So, yeah, it's kind of unobtainable for a large amount of players, not just youngsters who can't afford it, but there's plenty of adults who can't justify spending that sort of cash on these cards. So I'm afraid you will not be seeing a Hall of Fame pack opening special on this channel. And that's that, I'm afraid. Now, much as I know you'd like to see it, and I'm sure Ninja Boy's reaction would be great, because it's always fantastic when you see him getting some of the top level cards. But I'm afraid that ain't gonna happen. So look, do let me know if you're actually going to buy some. Good on you. Let me know what you get, particularly if you're in WrestleMania tier and you're getting Hardens and Elites. The one thing that they should perhaps do on these packs is give you a percentage of drop chance. Is there a higher chance of getting a Harden card or an Elite card? It always feels that way, doesn't it? It always feels that way with these packs, that when you see other people doing the pack openings, they don't tend to hit on the big cards fairly quickly. And even when they do, they don't get an awful lot of them. So there must be percentages involved in there. What's your percentage chance of getting one of the bigger cards and one of the best rewards? I wish game makers, not just SuperCard, Cat Daddy, I wish game makers who've got these packs available, whatever they are, whether they're weapons, whether it's boosts for your superstar in whatever game it is you're playing, there should be some indication of the probability of you getting what you actually want out of a pack. Is it a 1 in 20? Is it 1 in 10? Is it 1 in 5? Is it a 1% chance? You don't know these things, and of course people start chasing. It's like they buy one pack and think, oh, I bought one pack, I didn't get what I want, I'll just buy another one, I'll just buy another one. And people can get themselves into an awful lot of trouble doing that, and that's not fair. That's preying on these people who haven't got the self-control, and I don't think that's a good thing. Anyway, it's enough preaching from me. You didn't want to hear all that nonsense, did you? You just wanted to see me open a pack, and I didn't open one, so I'm sorry about that. But of course, if you would like to see me not opening any more packs, you know what to do. Subscribe down below, whack a few likes if you wouldn't mind. It's not compulsory, but it'd be nice. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram at BadLadDad. And until I see you next time in this beautiful, glorious weather in London or wherever you are, whatever part of the world, you stay cool.